I am coming to you from a lovely little forested space in North Carolina. I hope that you're well today. Please find a comfortable seat for this meditation and take a moment to settle, finding a comfortable space for your body. You can take notice of the internal supports, muscular, skeletal, mental, emotional, that are supporting you, as well as the physical supports like the chair or the floor and the wall. And then when you're ready, please either let your eyes close or turn your vision downward so that your awareness rests within the container of yourself. And so that you're not taking in much visual information from the external world. If it's not comfortable for you to close your eyes, you can soften the inner and outer corners of your eyes, and as well as relaxing the muscle of the eye itself, so that the vision almost might become blurry. Let your awareness settle inward. And you might notice that your mind is still moving quite a bit. And that's fine. See if you can let your awareness travel even deeper past the movements of the mind into the still and quiet space that is always contained within you. And let your breath establish a long and steady pace. Remembering that in this moment there is nothing else that you need to do or be. Simply sitting with what is as it is, without the need for it to be different. And now begin by listening to the sounds all around you. There may be sounds from within the room, within the building, or even outside. You might notice your mind identifying the sounds. If it's doing so, notice. And then see if you can just move on without holding on to the story that the amazing mind may generate from the sounds that you hear. Simply listening to the sounds all around you, moving away from the impulse to hold on or to attach your mind's amazing capacity to create story and relationship from sound. If you're finding your attention moving away from observing sound, kindly and gently, with a loving and curious awareness, return your attention to listening without judgment. For example, here I was hearing the sound of a lawnmower, or a leaf blower perhaps. It's not my favorite music. But I can find a space where instead of wishing that it would stop, I can hear that it is going on, and when it stops, I hear the cessation of the sound. without a need for it to be different, without attaching to like or dislike. At any point, if you feel your attention moving away from just listening, kindly and gently return your awareness back to simply observing sound. Listening without judgment. All this sound occurring without you needing to generate meaning or become involved with either the sound or the story your mind might make from it. Now, hone your attention more specifically to listen to the sounds farthest from you, casting the net of your awareness wide. Perhaps you can hear cars in the road outside. Maybe if you listen closely, you might hear an outside conversation or the footsteps of somebody walking on the sidewalk. Just listening with that wide net of awareness, listening to the furthest sounds that you can hear. And now, drawing your awareness inward more, listen only to the sounds you can hear inside the building. You might hear a door open and close from a different classroom or the entrance. And perhaps conversation. And the amazing mind can easily make whole narratives and stories out of those simple observances. But in this moment right now, you don't have to be responsible for those sounds or attached to them. You can just listen, just hearing the sound as sound. No need to act or react to any of what you're observing. Just notice You might name it if that's helpful. And then return your awareness to just listening. Now drawing it in further to listening just inside the room, just to the sounds inside the room. Again, if your mind attaches to sound, and see if you can, with a lot of kindness and gentleness, return it just to the experience of listening. And now draw your awareness inward even further, listening to just the sounds inside your own body and mind. You might listen in to the sound of your breath as it moves in and out of your body in this moment right now. You might hear your stomach gurgle, or the sound of yourself swallowing. Or be able to hear inside the sounds of your body intelligence continuing to care for you without the need for you to actively control or even really be involved with that process. And this is the elegance of the natural world showing up inside of you, life living through you on your behalf. You may hear the thoughts that arise in your mind with words or in a more formless way. And as best you can acknowledge them and let go and move on. Now, with an acknowledgement for the good work and the excellent listening that you've done to the world inside and around you, and take a moment to honor and acknowledge your own awareness and the physical container that it comes in, which is your body. And you can release your focus and return your awareness back to the classroom. After this, please sit for a few moments and just notice what you feel like in your body, in your mind, and in your heart center. And then take some time to write some things down about some of your observations in your journal. And whether the observations are about what you heard and listened to, what was easier to pay attention to, what it felt like to cast the net of your awareness wide and then draw it in gradually, listening to more and more subtle information. Or maybe just what it feels like to have sat in meditation for a while and noticing the quality of your mind as you transition back out. And again, there's no wrong answers. And thank you for your great focus. Be well.